So, I, for this video, wanted to do a side-by-side comparison of the two most recent... Well, actually, that's kind of a lie. I know there's been a couple of Black Widow toys released since the one I'm thinking of. The one I used to own before this Target exclusive Black Widow was the retro-carded Black Widow. I no longer have that. Anyway, I don't own the head or the body anymore, so I can't even really, like, film her to show her, like, a side-by-side comparison. But I do remember that she used the Phoenix body type. So basically, she had that built-in high-heel boot foot, which made posing her kind of a bitch. And she sat there, or stood there at kind of like this sassy, like, with her hip out, like, yeah. The head was alright, and if you left her in that pose, leaning against a wall, or had like a figure stand or something, like those special plastic stands, then, like, you're good. But on her own, not so much. So I'm looking at the back packaging for this toy right now, and a couple of things to note. The toy inside almost never is a one-to-one perfect recreation of what is displayed on the box. For example, for this toy, what I got, it's like that what I ordered versus what I got meme, or what I expected, what I got, whatever. So what I call, I know it's not Scarlett Johansson, but I call the short-haired versions the Scarlett Johansson head. Her face is pretty messed up. Like, it looks like she applied her mouth, not just her, well, because the mouth is kind of like grafted to the face, like molded when the actual toy mold is made, and then the little machines come, or the people use, I don't know how they do it, but they add the color after that. So it kind of looks like she was driving in a car and she applied her lipstick while she was driving, and she hit some, like, dips in the road, and it caused her mouth to look like it's sliding off of her face, or, like, you know, just like a really bad makeup job. It does not reflect what's in the box at all. None of those heads look one for one to what's described. But the other two heads, the one head that I refer to as like the Roz from Frasier head, looks pretty close. I like the angry face. It's not my favorite head. The third head, which kind of reminds me more of Mary Jane, looks the closest to the bunch. Her and the angry Roz head look the closest. I will not be using the short-haired head for the reasons I mentioned. I will use the MJ-looking head. Now, it's described on the back of the box that it comes with 2 heads, 3 if you count the one that's already on it, plus 4 additional hands. So that's 2 hands to hold guns and 2 fists, as well as 4 bracer or bracelet accessories, one that has like smoke coming off of it, and then, or 2 that have the smoke effect, 2 that have like the ricochet effect, like it's deflecting bullets or something. Then there's the gun with like 2 guns. There's a gun that has, I'm guessing, is a suppressor, and then one without it. And then, of course, 2 blaster, red, orange blaster effects that you can put in the gun to make it look like she's firing a laser, and then 2 smoke effects. Mine did not come with a second smoke effect, it only came with 1. So I don't know if that's a thing or if it's just mine. I'm happy that when I took home this mystery box that it actually contained mostly of what it advertised. How well I would rank all of the accessories. Now, right off the bat, I like this toy. I like that it gives you multiple heads, multiple accessories, lots of things to do. That seems to be kind of outside the norm for Hasbro Marvel Legends these days. Is it as much as they could do? Probably not, but it's good, I think, for what you pay for it in stores. I want to say that the guns, you're supposed to be able to put the red-orange plastic bit into it to simulate she's just fired off a shot, and then the smoke bit to make it look like, you know, the after effect or whatever. At least in my case, those little plastic bits did not want to insert properly into the gun, and I found them falling out as soon as I went to, like, stand her up and display her. So that, to me, kind of was a red flag to me as kind of like maybe a quality control issue with the manufacturer on Hasbro's part. So, and I tested it out a couple of times with both guns, the one with the suppressor, the one without it, and with both pieces, and I was kind of like, well, I guess I'm just not going to use those, you know, those effects, I guess. But for this particular Black Widow, this, I believe it was Target exclusive. Of course, you can get it on eBay from scalpers and pay $30 over retail, but, you know, it's your money. There's really no reason to not buy this toy if you see it, if you think it's a decent price, if you want the figure, if you maybe had the retro carded Widow like I did that came out, I think, in 2019, 2018, and want to replace it with this one. This is a very good replacement. All in all, this is a good figure. If I was rating it out of a total of 10, I'd probably give it an 8, because, and this might be an isolated case with me, so I might be a bit biased, but I'm missing one accessory, the smoke shot. One of the heads, the primary head that's advertised, looks like she put her lipstick on while she was driving, and so it creates the impression her mouth is sliding off the side of her face. It's not a good look. And the rest is great. Lots of accessories, multiple heads, multiple poses you can put her in. It's a great figure. And it's now the end of the video. If you stayed and watched the whole thing, thank you so much. If you liked it, please hit like. I hate to be one of those people, but please do. I also want to give a shout out to Bro